Come on, stream. Waiting for the sound to come in. Starting today's 15-minute push. Testing. Do we have sound? I think we have sound. It's really quiet. Check my speaker settings. That sounds pretty good. I'm wearing pants? Check. Alright. Let's flip this over. Oh, Chrome is crooked. Good morning. It's Monday, September 5th, 2016, 7 a.m. here in New Hampshire. It's still crooked, is it? The whole monitor's crooked. And I'm doing my 15-minute project push on a project. Resume. Alright, we're having some technical difficulties here. I had to restore the web cameras. What happened is I have a port that connects to my Lightning, my Thunderbolt ports on the Mac, which extend the USB cable so I can run a whole bunch of different cameras and Ethernet, wired Ethernet off of this laptop without having a whole bunch of stuff. It's plugged into a bunch of ports, basically. And this box over here, I don't know if you can see it, way in the right here, that fell down and unplugged, and it's everything plugged into it. So that was the issue there. But we're back, and so again, good morning. It's now it's 7:02 a.m. and I'm about to start my project push on the Nerd magazine. Every morning I spend 15 minutes working on a project that I get stuck on or haven't done for a long time because it's too many parts, too big, too daunting, not important enough. There's something else always in the way. 15 minutes in the morning for myself for this project. This is a way of unsticking myself. I haven't looked at social media. I haven't looked at my email. As soon as I do that, my distraction level increases, and it's tough to just get going. I'm finding that just by doing a piece of work in the morning that's on purpose and for myself, it tends to set the tone of the day for me really well, and I end up being more productive. Plus, it gives me a time to wake up every day at the same time, which is an unexpected bonus. So let's see. Let's move on to. You can see all my messy basement. Let's move on to the actual project doing such modes here. So, where am I? What am I doing? Again, I'm working on this media project. The media project is to make a magazine for New Hampshire area nerds. And this is week 5 of this working on this project about 15 minutes at a time. A couple days I've done 30 minutes. Another couple of days I've actually gone back and done a little bit of more additional work. Where I left off yesterday I was transcribing a bunch of, let's see, this is my project notebook. So I was transcribing these things. Let me go webcam. These were like some notes I took on, I think Thursday, maybe Friday, I forget when. And I transcribed them into these notes here, into a messaging document and an information architecture document. So I'm I'm in this stage now where I have some content, which I wrote maybe like on week 3. Week 4, I started working on the web development side of things and also the information architecture side of things. I'm not sure if there's a really clear way of doing it. I guess if I were an entire agency or a small agency, one person would be doing content curation and organization. One person would be doing look and feel design. Another person would be doing information architecture. And then there'd be someone doing the text design. But I'm all that one person right now, and I'm finding that I'm jumping between the tech stuff and the information architecture stuff, thinking about look and feel, and thinking about concept messaging. And so I'm kind of designing it all at the same time. I'm able to batch it into, okay, today I'm going to do concepts and messaging. It's more of more of an hour by hour thing. Not sure if that's super efficient, but I think if and it does feel kind of frustrating sometimes because I want each of those things just done, right? But part of the hard reality of it is that I need to. Oh, hear nothing. There's no sound. Let's check. Let me double check this. Someone's named Mint YT says there's no sound. I think I can see the sound monitoring on the stream here. I think it's back. Man, check it and let me know if you're still having sound difficulties. Monitoring the stream, I'm seeing that it's working here. Maybe there's something. Yeah, I'm looking at the YouTube chat right now, and someone's reported that they can't hear nothing, but maybe that was from a little while ago. Hopefully. Anyway. So flipping between the concept development for this nerd magazine, and the reason why I'm doing this nerd magazine in the first place is that I want to create a kind of how to describe it, almost like a portal or a prop around which local area creative people, some of my friends and maybe friends I don't have yet or people I don't know, they'll see that we're doing interesting things in our bedroom community in Nashua, New Hampshire. We're no Austin, we're not a Portland, we're not a place like that. But I know there are people here doing interesting things, and if we can be inclusive and we can inspire, we can engage by doing cool stuff. It's about the stuff we do. It's not about being the top nerd or being an elitist or something like that. I want to make something that's accessible and cool looking, kind of like a high-end feature lifestyle luxury magazine, but it's all super awesome nerd stuff with pictures and things. So that's what I'm working on, and now I need to remember what I was doing last. So that's what my continuity log is for. So what did I do yesterday? It's like a million years ago. I looked for my baseline grid source, and I looked at this baseline grid framework I'd seen before. Next step is formalize the nerd messaging and hierarchy in Notebook. Make the website shell and metalsmith, then start adding features necessary as shown in my baseline grid, add gallery support. Alright, I don't even know what that means. It's too early in the morning to think about it. But what seems to help is if I just open up the files, and I have some instructions here to remind me how to do that, because otherwise it would take me several irritating seconds remembering, okay, which project is this in, what directory is this in, what files do I need to open, before I can actually get to thinking. So let me do this, and oh, hey Astrid. Let's see. It's 15 minutes timer. I'm setting that. It's going. Now I have no choice but to start. I'm going to go to my Nerd Metal terminal. Let's open a term. It's in web Nerd Metal. And one thing I'm noticing, just on a side note, that using the software encoder seems to be much better than using the hardware encoder. I would not have believed that before. So then what else I need to do? Oops, where's my quiver? Usually it's all the way on the left desktop. Node build, open Sublime project, and then open browser. Let's open the browser. Let's do Node. Oops. Let's move this over to the side. I just noticed that this needs to be power. Node build, I think it is, that runs the system. And then I think this is on localhost. Oops. Port 3000. And it's in a folder called, I don't remember. So I'm going to open Sublime Text. And I'm going to look at Sublime Text. And this, open up the right project. It's this one. And I guess that's it. I'm going to move this over here. I should set up that dual screen setup. Maybe I can replace one of these windows down here with that. That's a good idea. I don't think people always need to see the this view. I guess they can kind of see what's going on here, though. Anyway, so this is the build folder is where all the posts are. So there's something called posts. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, this is like too tiny now. How come I can't expand this? I've been noticing that I've been having weird selection issues with the Mac. Port 3000 posts. Oops. I guess that's not it. It's post test article. Wonder what is wrong? Port 3000. Is the right project? No, it didn't switch. What the hell? It would be in doc root pizza HTML. Alright, so at least that's working. And it seems to be refreshing. If I change this and save it, it auto reloads the browser down here. And that took what? That took 3.5 minutes just to get to this point. About 11 minutes left. So what did I say I was doing? I'm glad I wrote it down because I keep forgetting. I already formalized the nerd messaging, so that's done. Let me just add this up. Formalize the nerd messaging. See Quiver notebook. And so this is what, Monday. It's Labor Day here in the United States. So the website shell. So this requires some thinking about it, because I'm still not really clear on how to set this up with Metalsmith, the website static site generator that I've chosen to use for this. So this is kind of the shell. I believe this template name, which is Layout Jade, is referred to in the build script, which is this. Templates. No, that's not right. The content folder is where all the source files are. And this is the metadata in the front. There's a data item called template that, oops, this is screwed up. So let me fix something here first. It's taking a while. More options. I'm not sure why this keeps moving. There we go. So up here, this is the stuff in the top of each markdown file is data associated with this text. So everything above these 3 dashes is metadata. Everything below it is content. And this content is given a tag name, I believe, called, well, is this right? Block content? No. What does block do? I'm not familiar with this template language either. I think block content article is equal to contents. Yeah, I had to look this up again. There's a few different templating languages I'm looking at. One's called Marco, another one is called Handlebars, and there's this Jade, which has been renamed to Pug. Uh, and so they all have different ways of representing the same HTML, which is starting to seem really dumb to me. I might just switch to regular HTML or something that's minimal HTML. That could be handlebars. Um, so I think what I want to do is a few things. This layout Jade is essentially my shell, and I know what I want the layout to look like. It's going to look something like this thing in the upper corner. It's just a simple page with some graphical stuff at the top and then some links at the bottom, but just looking really clean and looking really nice. And so now I could either go to HTML and start screwing around with that. That might be the easiest thing to do. Or I could stay up a level and I could work on the hierarchy of how to support that. I think what I can do right now, because I'm already in the text editor, is work on the content hierarchy. And then tomorrow I can do the website development part. So what's in an article? Well, we have our content folder, and then we have, I think, let's just type stuff out. Articles, images for article. And what I want to do is have these automatically laid out. Image name, JPEG or Pong or GIF. Dot JPEG, Pong, GIF, whatever. I suppose we could also do movies. Let's say MP4. We could also do directory, gallery, image name. I think I want to set this up kind of like with the numbers in front. JPEG, Pong, GIF, O2, image, JPEG, Pong, GIF, etc. And I think there would be a metadata for this too, which we will call. I'm trying to think of what a good way to format it would be. Let's just call it. Should I call it manifest? Or listing? Or I'll just call it captions because that's kind of what it is. Captions, not an MD file, but what's a good data? I guess we'll just use JSON. So the idea is then to refer to each of these, use an image shortcodes to insert an article body. So article name, I guess we would want content. I don't think I want to do a category because what I want to be able to tell is the date and the topic. Article directory. I think there's like a global images directory. Article directory 1. And then we'll indent all this stuff. I guess it should be something like content, main, MD, sidebar, MD, head MD. So I'm thinking that this is the main article content in Markdown. This is like a sidebar that can optionally appear. Header MD, that could be optional. Put optional in front of this. Optional sidebar. And this could be an optional custom header. And this could be optional style overrides. Does that make sense? I suppose maybe there might be a template rather than a style sheet. How does that even work? I mean, so the reason I'm thinking about this is, how do I customize each article as I go? And, I won't worry about this for now, because I'm overcomplicating things. But I like the idea of having at least this. This is our starting point. So we have our global images. These might not be the actual directory names. This is so I can refer to images I use over and over again. I think I also want a global links. So let's see. Someone is atting me in the Discord chat. Just checking in the chat room, where there's a bunch of people. Looks like a bunch of Europeans and New Zealanders right now who are concentrating on their work. I'm not in the ambient work channel right now, where we have our voice chat, or rather our typing chat. But it's good. This has been, on a side note, the chat room has been pretty cool. I'll talk about that after I'm done with this 15 minutes. I only have about a minute left anyway. But anyway, I like the idea of having a main article. The global images, these are images that are shared across all media, across all articles, let's just say for now. Global links, these are markdown references that can be shared across all articles. Article directory 1. So now where I'm stuck is like, okay, so how do I organize all the different kinds of content I'm going to have? Let me make a note here. What are articles? Q. What are articles? Answer. An article is a standalone piece of content that is continually developed and updated. It's basically a research report. Oops. A spirit. So the pizza article I was working on that has all the detailed stuff about how I make this pizza, this would be an example of an article. I just lost my... And I think there's probably another message like this is, what are blogs? A blog is a continuous chronological stream of, I guess, basically news updates that provides the conversational, or not, that provides the continuity / of what's going on over time, so readers can follow along. We may have two this time. One for me and one for reporting what other people have been doing. Oh wait, I'm mixing this up with my own website. Blogs are chronological streams. I mean, this organization here is going to work for me as well, which is a nice 2-for-1. I guess we may have multiple ones. So the question is, how do you organize articles? Blogs are already pretty well understood. Well, actually, no, they're not. How do you organize articles? How do you organize blogs? And this will be determined because I've run out of time. I'm going to copy and paste this back into my Quiver notebook. And this will go under information architecture, directory structures. And that's the work for today. It actually feels fairly focused. I need to go pet the cat before he gets mad. Let me see, what screen am I on? The audio looks fine still. So we're back. That's the work for today. What was I going to talk about? I was mentioning something earlier that I was going to talk about. I can't remember what it is. Let me think. Maybe it will come back to me. Today is Labor Day. It's a holiday. What I'm going to do today is, I should write this down. But where? I have not been keeping a to-do list lately, but not a regularly kept one. But what I'm going to do is, I have these index cards. I'll just write on this. Of course, if I can find a pen. There's a few things I need to do today. Of course, I can't find a pen. Where do they keep going? We should just buy 100 packs of these things. Alright, so let's see. Let me adjust this sucker. Zoop. Let me go to split screen mode, because I never get to use that. Oh, that's fuzzy. I'm probably focusing. So anyway, what's my to-do list today? I need one to do paint touch-ups. That's right. Oh, and I need to go and pick up banh mi, which is a kind of sandwich for my friend Joy, who works at the Asian market. She owns the Asian market. We've been geeking out on these sandwiches that have become available locally. What else was there to do? There was some task that was on my mind that I thought I would handle today. It was related to some people in the chat room. They've been working on these projects, looking at the work log. Let's see who. So someone was doing. Oh, I remember now. It's cool because there's people. We have this channel in the chat, the work log chat. The idea is that you just tersely post what you're working on. And the idea is you create this stream of people that are doing things. Oops, looking on the wrong camera. And there's a professor in here who's doing all this work. It's like, whoa. And so, like, doing stuff that I would find, like, it's hard to get started on. Like reviewing, tons of papers or doing some research on this and that. and there's another person who's naming her projects by the alphabet, so they remain anonymous. But the letters keep going up. So yeah, she was on project A like 2 days ago. Now she's on like project what, F, E, or D. And so it's creating this sense that all these things are getting done. It makes me want to get things done too. What's Roberta been doing? Anyway, so it's been a good channel. You have different levels of distraction available in there. I put a link dumps chat in there too, which might not have been a good idea, because that basically is the distraction channel. I should maybe just show you what the chat room looks like. So here we are. We're in streamer mode, I think. Yeah. So everybody got a bunch of people in the work log. People here are Project F. Wow. So people are posting what they're working on. In the regular chat channel, this is where our overall just socializing type stuff. When we need a distraction, that's where we go. And live stream. Oh yeah, the Discord chat. Strudel points out. If you want to get to the Discord chat, you go to davidsay.com/Discord. I guess I'll just type that in here. Even though it's kind of a secret thing, it's not really secret, and so I don't really want to have a whole lot of public links up places. So people are finding this through my blog, and then if I mention it on air, if you've actually listened this far, then I think it's okay if you can come in, because now you know what the idea of it is. Anyway, the link dump thing is like where I've started posting video links that are distracting. So I'm wondering if that was a good idea or not. It might not have been. But if you click on it and need a distraction, maybe that's what you want. It's a way of us to get to know each other and try to make each other laugh. But anyway, that third project I was thinking of was actually starting the marketing copy and prep for the new SKUs of the Emergent Task Planner. Because I had to write that. And it's all Amazon listings, and I hate doing this stuff. So if I spend 15 minutes on that, at least that's a start. And so painting, bond me at noon. And the marketing copy. And I think that's enough just to remember. There's the other last thing I was thinking of, but I can't forget. I forgot what I said. So that's the stream for today. My 15-minute push. And part of me wants to go back to sleep. But I think I will try to find something to do. I don't really feel like doing anything. It is a holiday. What time is it? It's like 8 or 7:30. I guess I'll make some coffee and I'll just start painting. I think it's starting to get light enough. It's a little dark before to start doing the painting. But anyway, I will figure something out. And if I do any of this other work, I will, if it's possible, I will live stream it as a co-working session for the co-working archives, which you can use to put on in the background and have the feeling that someone else is doing work while you're working on your exciting creative projects that for some reason that you're stuck on and don't want to do. So anyway, I'm just rambling now. Have a good morning. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.